So we'll start pulling out the whole side vent and cup holder section. So we're going to start with this trim clip up here, and then underneath behind the arm of the cup holder is another screw we'll have to take out, and then this piece just slides right out. So I'm going to pop this cap off really quick, and then I'll see you there. And the other one is just behind this flap, right where my finger is. So the assembly should just come upwards and then straight out. Alright, so that's taking it out of the car. Alright, here we are with the air vent and cup holder assembly. So all we need to do to separate the two is remove this Torx, which is a T15, I believe. Yeah, so we just need to remove this T15. Oh, I hate these things. Alright. Let's remove the faceplate by pulling towards the middle of the car. So this is the driver's side, so the middle of the car would be, oh my god, this way. So pull this way and then just pull off. And then I think we should be able just to, yeah, slide these two apart. Alright, so I can feel something rattling around here already. It's not good. Oh. Okay, so here we have the end piece that's supposed to latch in. Oh good, and the spring's still in here too. Whew, I was getting scared there for a second. Alright, so that's like half the battle. And then this would be the piece that it slides into on the end of the arm that I can show you. Alright, so now flip it over, and at the back there is a smaller, I think it's a T9 or T10. Let me try the T10 first. Yeah, so it's just a T10 on the arm side, and there's 3 little tabs you can lift up. Alright. So I have this split apart, but I'm not going to separate it completely. I just need clearance to slide this piece out. There, just had to pull a little bit and it came right out. Oh, you don't want to misalign the ribbon. If you can avoid it, just pull it out 90% of the way till about here and make sure this stays in place. There is a built-in, so on this piece there is this loop at the top that is wrapped around that pin, which is pretty thick. So you can't really pull it out unless it breaks itself like that. I'm going to drill a small hole that is right on top of that pin and then just knock it out. You can just knock the pin, so this little pin on the side you can knock through from this angle and it will fall through the middle. Yep, and out comes the pin. So I just settled this screwdriver, whatever this is, and then I gave it a couple smacks and the pin came right out. So now that pin's out of the way. Left. Oh yeah, there we go. Now it's just past. You should be able just to kind of press down on the top with a firm screwdriver and get it out enough so you can hit it with a pair of ice. There we go. See, it just popped out. There. There. That's the main guide pin. Should be able just to pull this bad boy right out. And then you can see the damage to this arm. And then shake that guide spring out. All right, nice. Now I have cleaned up the 3D printed piece. I had to clearance the inside of this a bit to accommodate this piece right here. And then I also had to clearance this hole to accommodate the main stud. All right, so now what you do is you give this a little bit of grease, this little guy, slot the spring in, and then he will insert into this guy. Oh shit. Oh lol, just fucking shot under my couch. Alright, and then it should have decent movement. Yeah, so I'm not mad with that. You could hit it with a little bit more grease. This is not just WD-40, it's white lithium I was using for the window track. I'm not sure this is the right kind of grease, but I think this should do for just a little piece like this. If not, I can always just take it out very easily. Alright, so now that the end piece is in, all you have to do is insert this end of the pin into this guy, turn it over, slot it over, look at that, and then you can put this, you can slot this spring over to hold it for now, and then we're ready to put this back into the cup holder now, main body. So I like to look at it from this way so I can see through this gap right here, and then all you want to do is insert it sideways, twist it, and then you're gonna guide the end of this pointy thing, the spring, to rest on the inside of this wall where my finger's resting on, and then that should be your new arm in place. So let's try and do that. Okay, so I jammed it in there, and then you can see it's resting on the inside. Well, there. Alright, so I've gotten it in there and then lined up to where I can put the guide pin in through here. So I will try and do that. There we go, got it past. Alright, so it should be lined up with this arm. I mean, there are a few graceful ways to do it, or you could do it like I do, and I just line it up with some sort of screwdriver and bang it on the table. Alright, let's mostly in there now. Just a couple more. Alright, that pin is now flush in there. I can rotate this, and then I can now bring this back to reinsert the smaller pin down the side. I don't know which side, if it has a dominant one it prefers to go into, but same deal. I think you can just push this one in, honestly. There. And then you'll feel it slide in. You don't want to go too far because, again, you'll just like push it out the other side. But now I mean, mine isn't the best actuating because I don't think I use the right grease, but put the faceplate on now. We have a working cup holder. Well, I'll slot it back in this thing. So you're looking to slide this into this channel where my pinky is, just on the other side. There we go. That went nicely. Okay, so now I put the faceplate on. This top goes in the top hole. That one goes over there. You slide to the side. Alright. And then we're going to put our screws back in. So first I'll start with the smaller T10. Please. Add. Alright, so now we're ready to put it back in the car. So I want to make a note that you do not want to lose these U-nuts, or you can't screw the holding screws back in for the cup holder unit. Okay, so now I'm just going to slot it in. Alright, clicks in. Nice and firm. So all we have to do is put our screws back in here and under here.